Hello, everybody.
Yay! Library programs.
Bienvenidos. Thanks for coming out to the Central Library. My name is Diane Olivo-Posner, and I am the Principal Librarian Associate Director for the Exploration and Creativity Department here at the Los Angeles Public Library.
Yay. And I'm Kevin Alcooney, also a librarian here in the Exploration and Creativity Department, and we're here to welcome you to this afternoon's LA May program. LA May plus Sid the Cat equals the Issue 2 magazine launch. Yay!
Now, before we begin, we'd like to take a moment to thank the National Endowment for the Humanities, our Library Foundation, and our behind-the-scenes staff for helping bring the LA Made programs to you. Thank you, Lou and James Stewart. LA Made focuses on the diverse landscape of Los Angeles, highlighting the immense artistic and performance talent that is developed in the course of the city's eclectic history. If you would like to see more of our amazing programs, please visit our online calendar at lapl.org/events. And for our LA Made programs, visit lapl.org/LAMade. And we would like you all to hopefully join the year-end reading challenge. And if you do, you already checked off one of the lovely little boxes because you're here at a program. And if you read a graphic novel magazine, you can also check another box off. And when you finish 5 activities, which is on Beanstack, so it's on an app, super easy, you could win a $50 gift certificate to the library store, which has really cool stuff. Over to Kevin.
All right. We'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize and acknowledge the first people of this land, honor their elders past and present, as well as their descendants who are citizens of these nations. For more information on which territory you may reside on, check out native-land.ca. Just a couple of other housekeeping tips before we begin. Please silence your electronic devices so we don't distract anyone this afternoon. Take a moment to locate the exits just in case anything were to happen. There's one over here and one over here. If you parked in the garage underneath the library today, you can get your parking ticket validated at the information desk, which is in the lobby out in the main area. If you get that validated, and as long as you parked after 1 p.m. and leave before 5, the parking is only $1. Woohoo! Yes. And please no eating or drinking in the auditorium unless it's bottled water, and the bathrooms are down the hallway to your right in case you finish your whole bottle of water.
Please keep hydrated.
Okay, guys.
And now for today's amazing program, LA Made plus Sid the Cat equals Issue 2 magazine launch. The Los Angeles Public Library, in collaboration with concert promoters Sid the Cat, is proud to host the launch party of the sophomore issue of Sid the Cat Magazine. This free event will features a special musical guest, so you can expect plenty of party anthems. As you're here for the magazine and you're going to stay for the music. And here to kick off the program is Kyle Wilkerson, talent booker for Sid the Cat.
Yay!
Woo!
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming.
I feel like the Shark Tank theme should be playing right now.
This is our TED Talk.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Haley Dahl, Sloppy
Hi.
J. First of all, I just want to thank you, Haley, for doing this. And I know you just got off a tour, so thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I just got off. I was touring with the Pussy Riot Days thing. It was very, very cool.
Awesome. Before that, you played at the Hollywood Bowl.
I did.
And, from one stage to the next.
Yeah. That show is crazy because I was just talking about it earlier, and we've talked about it a lot, but like everyone's like, well, is it playing to like all of those people? But it's like really just like you only see the people in front, and then there's this big like wall of black because it's dark and everyone's really far away and you can't see anyone.
It was a trip.
Yeah.
It almost seemed a little easier than doing a small show like this. We can see everybody's faces.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your upbringing here in LA and just tell us a little bit about yeah, growing up here.
Cool. Anything specifically?
You went to art school?
I did. Yeah, to art high school. I went to Loxa. Did anyone? Some Loxa. Yeah. But I did really, really bad at high school, even though I went to art school and it like should have been really easy. There was like Loxa's on a college campus on the Cal State LA campus, and so I would get I got a Cal State LA sweater so that I could just walk away and ditch class. And no one ever caught me. It was great. And then I almost didn't graduate.
But that's kind of where your music community was formed, was at the school there.
Definitely. Yeah, I made a lot of like lifelong friends and stuff, and I think that that's like what those like kind of forced incubation spaces are for, more than like learning like pre-algebra or algebra or whatever that I didn't learn.
Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to talk too about during the pandemic, there was nothing really happening, and Haley did a filming of basically like a video at the Highland Park Ebell, and you told me about Dr. T, and that was basically a big inspiration of you and your whole project. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, my favorite movie is called The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T. I talk about it in the magazine that is here today. But it's this crazy movie that was made in 1953. It was the first ever live action Dr. Seuss film. He like wrote and directed it. And it's this very like dark musical, basically, that's like, it's a little boy who hates his piano teacher, falls asleep, and like everything is a dream. But he like dreams that his evil piano teacher has like hypnotized his mom into marrying him, and that the piano teacher like made this like horrifying like basically like piano practicing concentration camp where it was like all of the like 500 little boys who have to practice piano forever on this giant piano. And the music is just incredible, and it's a very, very insane movie, and believe it or not, it did not do well. And but I love it. I watched it ever since I like watched it a lot as a little kid, and its aesthetic is really embedded in what I make.
Yeah, in the magazine is a whole comic about Dr. T and really great art, and a review from Zach Adler of the 2 shows we did, I guess, last year. So if you want to read more about it, it's in the magazine.
Yeah, and then a fun fact is that like sometimes you like there's a lot of like cool people that it's like a secret cool movie where like Matt Groening, who made The Simpsons, was a fan of The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T, and there's a deep reference where in Dr. T, the main character's name is Bart, and and Dr. T is Dr. Terwilliger. And then in The Simpsons, the main character is Bart, and his arch nemesis is Sideshow Bob, whose full name is Bob Terwilliger. And that's a little fact.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's really great.
For everyone wondering.
Is there anything you want to talk about you have coming up that you're excited about or let the audience know? I know you just put out Cancer.
Yeah. I just put out a My Chemical Romance cover. This isn't anything that I'm putting out anytime soon, I don't think, but my last album, Madison, which came out 2 years ago, was recorded in a cave. And the reason that I decided to do that was because I found out a long time ago about this crazy cave in West Virginia where this man had built an organ that plays the stalactites of the cave. And it's called like the Luray Caverns organ, the Great Stalagpipe organ. And I'd originally wanted to make a record where I played that organ, and I reached out and I was like, hey, I want to play this organ, make a record. And they were like, absolutely not, who are you? And so I was like, all right, fair, I'll make my own album in a different cave and bring a piano into it myself. And thank you. And then I did that. It's been out for a while, and then like about a year ago, I reached out to the pipe organ people again. And I was like, hey, now can I play the organ? And they were like, yes. And so now I'm going to go, in about a week, I'm going to go do just like two songs from Madison, like on that organ, and do a little recording of that. That'll eventually maybe come out, but it's mostly for me.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Tonight also, you're playing for the first time in LA, I guess second time in LA solo, but I want to explain a little bit about your performance today.
Well, I did play in LA solo 2 days ago.
Yeah,
so.
I caught myself.
Besides that, I've always played with a band. Lately, a really giant band, and for the Pussy Riot shows, I got asked if I could do solo. I've been asked that like a bunch of times because people are always like, the giant band, that's expensive and difficult to deal with. Like, would you maybe consider doing a solo set? And I'm like, no. But this time I was like, okay. And so I tried to put something together, and I think that it came out cool. It's been fun. They were right that it is easier to tour with not 10 people.
Really cool. I just wanted to thank, again, everybody for being here, and for Haley, and also for everybody that contributed to the magazine. It's been really a lifelong dream to put out a magazine, especially like an extended comic book. And Andrew has worked tirelessly on that thing for the last few years, and to be able to do that at a library is pretty incredible. And with one of our favorite artists in the world, truly a dream come true for Sid the Cat. So thank you all. And we're gonna have a short little intermission here, and Haley's gonna play.
Cool. So the vibes are feeling like somewhat uncanny in here. If people before I play want to try to come in closer to each other. Not right now, but like when we want, like, I won't watch you do it. But if I came back on to play and people had consolidated themselves more, that would make me feel less weirded out. Thank you.
Yeah, and the magazine and some of Haley's merch is out in the courtyard, so feel free to go out there and hang out for a little bit if you'd like as well. We'll be back soon.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.